I hope you are carrying 5th September newspaper. 6th, not 5th. Why? Why we skipped 5th? No problem, it's on the board anyhow. So coming back to the 5th September newspaper, which we should not skip because there are some good articles. The first one is Lagrange points. Okay, I will come in your sleep, right, at 2 a.m. You'll think, okay, Kalyan Sir will ask, what are Lagrange points? Do you know them? 5, stable, unstable, with clarity. Fourth floor people should, waken up when you answer stable Lagrange points. 2, 1, 3 are stable. 1, 2, 3 are stable. Unstable. 4 and 5 are stable. Okay, fine. So you all are experts in Lagrange points, right? So we don't want to spend too much time on them. But our classes will have a very simple funda. The funda is takeaway. Yes or no? What are takeaways? Point number 1 is takeaway. Point number 2 is, are you focusing on the right keywords? Okay. What are keywords? Keywords are like pillars in this classroom or anywhere. What do pillars do? They provide structure. They provide a direction. Can pillars be changed according to your whims and fancies? No. But can you construct walls around pillars? Yes or no? So pillars do that. Pillars do that to your answer. When you look at any topper copy, intro, side heading, 4 bullet points will be there. What is the first word in every point? Keyword. Based on that you will write. For example, let us look at this article. Okay, there are 13 hill states in the country, northeastern states, Himalayan states. Yes, they are facing some kind of problems. One of the most important problem we have seen recently is landslides and landslips. Okay, Uttarakhand, the Devbhoomi, yes, is facing lot of natural disasters. Is it natural or man-made? It's always a discussion, right? Okay, there are man-made disasters, there are natural disasters. So in this particular article, what is the keyword? First of all, they are about to discuss carrying capacity. Carrying capacity. What is carrying capacity? Did anyone stop and think, like in the last, what is carrying capacity? Ability to hold population where? In that hilly area, in that limited space. Okay, see, everybody wants to escape their busy life and move to some hill station. Okay, whether it's Kerala. If you look at 6th September newspaper, okay, in Kerala, Munnar and all these places, Kerala government is conducting carrying capacity status. Okay, so that means every country, everywhere should know about its carrying capacity. If you promote too much tourism in the name of development, what happens? Natural disasters will happen accelerated by anthropogenic activities. Okay, the term is anthropogenic activities. Okay, that is the term, anthropogenic. Okay, by the end of the class, I want to see your running notes if you are writing one. Okay, what should be there? Anthropogenic activities, carrying capacity. So, next time when a mains question comes, okay, what are the problems in hill stations or in the hill states? Okay, the first keyword is lack of adequate research on carrying capacity. Second one is because of anthropogenic activities, natural disasters are increasing. Okay, anthro means human, so human increased activities. So any activities done by human beings are bad. Simple activities like too much driving. If you are burning wood, what happens if you are burning wood in hill areas? Especially black carbon is released. Okay, black carbon accelerates what? Absorption of heat. See, there is carbon, all of us know, right? Carbon dioxide. Okay, so when humans does the damage, it adds more to the destruction. Okay, so like this you will notice the keywords. So first of all, we will notice what is carrying capacity. Right, carrying capacity is the ability of that particular place to hold the population. So beyond a particular amount of population, it will lead to destruction. Right? Yes. See, hundreds of crores of damage has happened recently. Hundreds of crores of damage has happened recently. Where? In Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh and all these areas. Loss of life happened. Yes or no? Connectivity has been destroyed. all the development has to be rebuilt. That is wastage of taxpayers' money. Yes, and above all, we should cry for the mother nature. Yes or no? On the one side, we are discussing articles about what? Air pollution. We need more forest. We need everything to be safe. On the other hand, we are destroying the nature in the name of development. Like this, multiple activities will be taken care if you keep in mind what is what? Carrying capacity. Okay. So in UPSC essay, repeatedly they have asked environment versus development. Just yesterday we have discussed growth versus development. Today we are discussing what? Environment versus development. Which is important? Environment and development, but it should be sustainable. It should be what? Sustainable. One small difference here is sustainable normally is used in the term of green, plastic should not be there, sustainable. Here sustainable is not only that, sustainable means long term. Okay, it should be sustainable. That means if I'm going to Shimla, okay, Shimla is a tourist place. Shimla should be accessible to the tourists. At the same time, Shimla should not lead to destruction of nature. That long termness is one kind of sustainability. Got my point? Yes. So syllabus exercise. Which GS paper? GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Under 3 what? Disaster management and environment and biodiversity. Okay. Apart from that, where else can you use? What about GS paper 2 governance? Yes or no? Carrying capacity. Who decides carrying capacity? The government, right? It is a policy decision. So this is polity, technically speaking. I am the state. I can decide who can go where. Yes or no? Whether to give you permission to start a new hotel on the edge of the hill or not. That is a choice of the government. Yes. Then comes to GS paper 3, urbanization. Rapid urbanization, not even urbanization. You are constructing hotel after hotel on the hill area. Yes or no? That is a very bad thing. Clear? So like this, paper 2, paper 3 and even ethics can also be brought in if you want to. But temporarily paper 2, paper 3, disaster, governance and all these things. Okay, in the same fashion, when we look at this particular article, which paper comes to your mind? GS paper 3. 11? 2. You said 3. No, 2. I will wait for 1. No, 2 only. Okay. International relations, GS paper 2. Is it important? Should we be worried? Say if somebody is not coming to India for G20. Is it a big deal? It's not a big deal. You don't know. See, obviously you are a beginner, you are not supposed to know. But generally, your perception, do you think it's a big deal? No? See, forget about international relations. You'll come to know that one of your uncles came to Hyderabad. Okay, you stay in Hyderabad, your uncle came to Hyderabad. He went to your some other relative's home. Okay, he didn't come to your home. Okay, what will happen? Discussions will happen. Yes or no? He came to Hyderabad, he didn't come to our house. Is he angry? Okay, should we be worried? All these discussions will come. Yes or no? In the same way, international relations. Recently, BRICS summit has happened. BRICS. Yes or no? So Xi Jinping went to South Africa. He went to South Africa, said hi, hello, took a photo with Modi, everything happened. Now something big like G20 is happening in India, where India is the president of G20 and he is saying that I am very busy, I cannot come. Okay. The background is there is a border issue between India and China. At the same time, G20 is a very, very important organization which shows India's rise of power. Yes or no? We have become the voice of global south. We showed a lot of things in G20. So China doesn't want to technically acknowledge in a way the India's rise. Like this, there will be so many messages if you read into it. Okay, all this will be helpful in writing a GS paper to answer. What are the issues between India and China? Recently, Xi Jinping didn't come to G20. Okay, that will be a point. Why? It might sound very silly, but it shows China is still behaving very pettily by not acknowledging India's rise. Because China has a philosophy called as one mountain, two tigers. One mountain, two tigers. Okay, which is that mountain? Asia. Asia is that mountain. Okay, there are two tigers. One tiger is China, the other tiger is India. So China believes that there should be only one tiger in the mountain, and the tiger is China. It doesn't even want to acknowledge India as a competitor. Got my point? Yes, like this nuances, small things can make the class very interesting, and not only interesting, you can write all these points in the answer writing. Okay, so article 370 case we will discuss some other time because it needs background, right? One nation, one election. Again, we are not going to go into the depth of the article, but what is the one takeaway of the article? Anyone who read that article? Takeaway. What is takeaway? What to take away? Problem. Modi's problem is not India's problem. Again, that is written by Congress people, no? So they will obviously say such things. So as a UPSC aspirant, you should be very careful in reading who is saying what. Okay, so opinions can always be biased. If there are two people, there are three opinions. If you think about it, if two people are standing, there will always be three opinions. What I think about you on your face, what I think behind you. Yes or no? The opinions will never be honest. Opinions are opinions. Everybody can have opinion. So takeaway should be based on what? Facts and analysis. So if you look at this particular paragraph, what does it say? Niti Aayog and various reports of the government and parliament says every 5 years the election cost will come down to rupees 10 per voter. Okay, that can be reduced to 5 if you go for simultaneous elections. Okay, so you are saving how much money for the state? 50%. Yes or no? That is called as empirical data. That is called as empirical data. What is empirical? Empirical is not experimental. Empirical is proved. After the experiment, whatever comes is empirical, right? Okay. Sorry? Analyzing the data. Facts. As I said, first day I told you, facts will be there. So in the entire article, there are so many opinions of Shashi Tharoor and others. Okay, but this is a fact. So even if Shashi Tharoor says it, fact is fact. Yes or no? Again, who is saying that? Not Shashi Tharoor technically. Shashi Tharoor is saying that, Mr. Shashi Tharoor is saying that, Niti Aayog is saying this. So you can learn that from answer writing, right? Next time when you write Election Commission of India says it costs 10 rupees per voter. Got my point? Such points are called as takeaways. So out of all the 1500 words article, what should you remember? What is the cost of election? So if tomorrow somebody says, do you know how much it takes to conduct an election? I know, 10 rupees per voter. Okay, how many voters are there? 80 crore voters. CSAT question, 80 crore into 10 rupees. CSAT, 8 lakh crores, 80,000 crores, 8 crores, 70,000 crores. So 8 table, if you know, D is removed. So remaining is A, B, C. It must be something in between. So I'm insulting your intelligence. No? So again, just jokes, right? You get my point? So that is the cost of election. But small problem with this argument, but most people see, again, it's called as cherry picking of facts. Yes or no? I am trying to convince you that election is not a big deal. But think about it. Every vote, a government or a party will spend 5,000 rupees per vote. Political parties give 2,000 to 5,000 rupees, sometimes more also, per rural voter. Yes or no? What about that? Will you take that into calculations? See, this is government side. I totally agree. Niti Aayog 10 rupees per voter, that is the cost for the government. But if tomorrow election comes in Andhra Pradesh, okay, two parties have to spend money. They will spend money like water, campaign, distribution of money, ads, okay, what we call as karyakartas, party workers. Okay, you have to feed them, maintain them. So it's not a small amount of affair for who? Political parties, especially candidates. Yes or no? Today, if you want to stand as an MLA or MP, you need to spend at least 5 to 10 crores. Minimum. Yes or no? Without 5 to 10 crores, you don't even have to look at the politics. Goodbye, Tata. Okay. I'm telling you the logical extension of all these arguments, right? We are talking government side. I'm talking about political party side. Next, do political parties have such kind of money to give 10 crores to every candidate? For example, there are 175 or 170 seats in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, 175 seats are there in Andhra Pradesh. So if I have to give 10 crores to every MLA candidate, do I have that kind of money? I may or may not. Okay, then I will choose rich people in the market who can afford their own election campaign. I hope you get the point. So I will give MLA seats to whom? Rich people within the society. And all of you know that some of the rich people are criminals. Yes or no? Criminals make money. If you have money, you get political seats. That is one of the reasons why criminalization of the politics is increasing. Yes or no? Around 40% of our MPs in parliament are criminals. Why did 44? Number varies, right? Around 40. When I say around, focus on around. Okay. So 40% of the people are what? Criminals. Why are criminals increasing? Because they are given the first priority. And there is a person called as Milan Vaishnav. He writes a book called as When Crime Pays. When Crime Pays. He wrote a book on criminalization of politics, and it says the chances of a criminal winning an election is 3 times more. 3x. Okay, criminal here in the sense person with lot of money. So an ordinary person and a criminal, 3x more chances. So indirectly everything is interlinked. So while you argue that 10 rupees is the cost of one election, I will also argue that it is around 70 to 80,000 crores parallelly. Yes or no? Government expenditure is one side, party's expenditure is one side, then that is a total different drama. Clear? So you have to think of all these points. So don't just fall into the trap of looking at things at one side.
So even if we do, how do we put this point in the answer without having any factual data?
Which one?
Like political parties spend a lot of money in campaign.
There are CDS surveys. There will be some NGOs which will be doing survey. They will say this amount of money has been spent by campaigning cost. See, when you read Lakshmikant, you will read 40 lakhs or 70 lakhs is the maximum amount that a candidate can spend. Okay, 70 lakhs is spent on helicopters alone. I'm not even talking about star campaigners, which doesn't have any cap. If you go for normal also, they're spending too much amount of money. And if you look at Telangana state, recently the present government has already announced the MLAs for the next upcoming election. So for the next 6 months or whenever the elections are happening, these people have to maintain the cadres. That will only increase the cost of elections. Yes or no? So who should change? People should change. People should stop taking money for vote. Yes or no? That is the ultimate bottom line conclusion. One more article filled with empirical data. Have you read this article? Yes. Emerging countries need women-led climate change. What is women-led climate change? Women are more vulnerable to climate change. Why?
By means of family research, there might be security issues for them.
That's all. Indulging in climate exposure activities like What happens in agriculture?
They were more they were spending a lot of time in heavy climate. Sometimes if it is so that may affect their health.
That may affect their health. Apart from that,
and if it is heavily raining or some floods occur, they may not have any wages on them.
Their livelihood will be severely affected. Okay. So bottom line is, whenever something wrong happens because of climate change, the worst victims will be women and children. Okay, along with senior citizens. Okay, what do you mean by worst victims? Let's imagine you are a woman in Rajasthan. You have a pond in your village. Okay, that pond now got dried up because of climate change. There is no rain, but water is available 15 kilometers away. So who will go? Most probably it's the woman who will have to travel. Okay, most of the times. I'm not generalizing, but this is what happens, right? Most of the time it's the woman who will have to travel. Okay. Think of agricultural productivity. Agricultural crops will come down, like your harvest will come down. Again, the burden is on women. So not only in India, throughout the world, women are the most marginalized group. Okay, and they will face the maximum brunt of the climate change. So because they are the victims of climate change, okay, the ultimate point of this entire article is make women a part of the policy making. Okay, make women centric or women led climate change policies, right? So it's common sense, right? Why is it common sense?
They are the ones who take it.
I am making a test for you. I am making a test for a beginner UPSC aspirant. Okay, so I should set the paper in the standard of whom? For a beginner. But if I set the paper to my own whims and fancies or my standard, what will happen? You will feel depressed. Yes or no? The bottom line is, if women are the victims, women will tell what kind of policies to change so that they will know what is wrong, what is right. Simple logic. Okay, this is women led climate action. See, the common term you hear is women empowerment. Yes or no? The common term you hear is women empowerment. Empowerment is just giving her some access, education, skills, and all these things. Okay, but here the term led defines she is spearheading the change. She is becoming what? The change. That is the summary. Okay, case study, takeaway point. So, sir, you there are a lot of points which is self-explanatory, but if you look at this as seva, okay, self-employed women's association, how are they spearheading the policy change? They are empowering, training the women. So seva is an example. So when you write mains answer one day, which example will you use? Seva. That is what? Self-employment women's association. That is one of the best example for self-help groups anywhere in the country. Seva is a wonderful self-help group and they are training women in lot of things. One of the things is resilience to climate change. Okay. Here one more line you can think after the class is, what are environmental friendly farming methods? What are environmental friendly farming methods? Do you have an idea? What are environmental? What types? Environmental friendly. Zero budget natural farming, organic farming. Okay, all these are called as environmental friendly natural farmings. That means they don't use pesticides, chemicals, and all these things. They will only use natural manure. Okay, such kind of practices. So that is what India needs. Got the summary, right? See, after 10 years also, if you are writing mains after 10 years, the point won't change. Who is the victim? That person is the better person to tell how to solve the problem. Because I know the problems I face. Yes or no? If you are from Hyderabad, you will say, go and turn the tap, water will come. What is the big deal about it? Yes or no? But if you have to walk 15 kilometers every day, then you will understand the pain. That too with what? Water pot on your head. That next day you will come and say, sir, immediately we need to change everything. Climate change is a big deal. Yes or no? Okay, till then, tap, water, everything is cool. Yes or no? Hot water, cold water, mineral water. Our lives have been divided into 3 waters. Yes, but the problem is faced by women. Again, don't generalize it to India. Throughout the world, you can see the same case. Have you read this article? living in the age of moral dystopia. Yes. See, this is a very emotional plus rational article. He spoke from his heart without any bias. Yes. So he is talking about moral fallacies in the society. What are moral fallacies? What is, first of all, to understand this article, there is a heading: moral dystopia. Okay, what is the meaning of the term moral? You have heard it from childhood, right? Morals, values, education, ethics, integrity, aptitude, lexicon. No? What is moral?
Ability to distinguish between what is good and what is bad.
Ability to distinguish between what is good and what is bad. Moral means simply good and bad. Yes or no? Do you have morals? How do you know? You know what is good and what is bad. For example, no. Sorry. For example, you found one crore rupee on the road. Okay, at night 11 p.m. Suitcase, shiny suitcase. Nobody is there. No CCTV camera. Nothing. You are walking in a dark road. You found 1 crore rupee suitcase. Okay, what will you do? What will you do with that suitcase? You'll give into the police station. That is what? Theory? Yes or no? That is pure theory. See, not in the case that I am criticizing her that she will take to her home. But unless you find 1 crore rupee on the road, your actual character doesn't reveal. Yes or no? Till then it's only theory. Everybody will say I am a UPSC aspirant, I will go to police station, I will give it to people, I am honest, integrity is my personal name. All this drama you will do. But really will you give it to the police station or not? Only when you face that situation you will know. That is your true character. Yes or no? Slowly, in the same way, the characters and moral fabric of Indian society is changing. That is the pain of this article. Okay. For example, a person is in a problem. Okay. I will help him. Okay. I don't look at the person's religion, caste, creed, skin color, gender and all these things. If I have the capacity and that person is in the problem, I will help that person. Okay. But some places, I am not saying all, in some places in India and some people in India have problem with the other community. Okay. Even if you do something good, you have a problem. Even if you do bad, they have a problem. Wherever you go, there is a problem. Okay. The problem doesn't just stop there. The problems become a very important term called as whataboutery. What is whataboutery? Sorry? No, not cause of a problem. Okay. Say for example, if I say Tippu Sultan is a patriot. Okay. First of all, my understanding is in 1757, 1799, okay, when he died, there was no actual singular concept of called as India. He was more worried about Kingdom of Mysore rather than Kingdom of India. Okay. So then you will come and say, what about he killed them? You get my point? You will always ask, what about? If I'm citing something good, you will also cite something wrong, or you will drag something. For example, if I say Muslims are not, a threat to the nation, then you will cite all the terror bomb blasts, and you will say every single place the bomb blaster is a Muslim. What about it then? Yes or no? You are not ready to accept the generic statement. You always want to say, what about this? If I say Prime Minister Modi shouldn't have discussed something, then you will say, then Rahul Gandhi said that, no? And what about Rahul Gandhi? This is called as whataboutery. The problem with whataboutery is it takes away the moral standing. See, for example, with common sense, everybody can say what Aurangzeb has done is wrong. He has shown religious discrimination. Okay, 400 years ago, some fellow named Aurangzeb showed discrimination. Okay, because of that, if I am punishing a Muslim in India in 2023, okay, that is wrong. Okay, why? I cannot go back in time machine, bring Aurangzeb to Supreme Court and ask him, sir, throw him in jail. Yes or no? If I can do that, then I will happily do that. But Aurangzeb is dead and gone for 400 years. In the name of Aurangzeb, I am using that as an opportunity to promote what? Hatred. Yes or no? So this entire debate is called as what aboutry. What about? Okay, it is a never-ending debate. Why? If I say we shouldn't have changed Article 370 like this, then what about terrorist issue happening in Jammu and Kashmir? You'll always bring that what about. That is called as what aboutry. That is a huge problem in the present day society. As a student of WhatsApp University, you might be familiar with such discussions in the WhatsApp groups, family groups, and all those things. Okay, so you may or may not be the victim. Clear? Second thing. One small clarification I would like to give here is I am discussing this topic not as a Hindu, Muslim or anybody. I am talking it as an Indian. Okay, Bharatiya, both for safety purposes. So I'm talking both as a Bharatiya and Indian. I'm simply saying you are X. Who are you? You are X. X means who is X? X is you. X is me. X is anyone. Okay, you are an Indian. X is a Indian. As long as you are in India, there is an invisible line surrounding you that is called as Constitution. That is called as Constitution. So, if you do something wrong, okay, I want you to be punished. Okay, if you do something good, I want you to be celebrated. Yes or no? You gave food to a hungry person. Okay, you are a good Indian. Okay, you broke some law, you are a bad Indian. Yes or no? So, irrespective of your religion, if you do wrong, you should be punished. If you do good, you should be celebrated. Very simple rule. Okay, so tomorrow, if somebody says a Muslim person's house in Uttar Pradesh or some other state has been bulldozed, okay, I will argue that is wrong. Why? X is a Indian citizen and there is a procedure called as due process of law. Procedure established by law. You give him show cause notice. You ask him to defend himself. After 3 months, if there is nothing, go and happily destroy his home. Not 24 hours later. This process is violation of Constitution. So, as an Indian, I am opposite to violation of Constitution. If he is not having any legal permit, you can guaranteely destroy it in 3 months also, right? Who is stopping you? Go and happily bulldoze after 3 months. But give him enough fair chance. Why? First of all, he is not Muslim. He is an Indian citizen. He is X. He belongs to India and there is some rule of law. Everybody should follow rule of law. Now your question is, what about the stone throwing? What about when they violate the law? Yes or no? Yes or no? There is a very famous quote by Friedrich Nietzsche. Do you know Friedrich Nietzsche? Nietzsche. Okay, yeah. So Nietzsche, right? There is a philosopher called as Nietzsche, and he says, "Don't become what you are fighting. Don't become what you are fighting." That means, let's say a stone thrower level is here. His understanding of law is here. Your understanding of law is here. Should we bring him to our level or should we come down to his level? We should bring him to our level. We should make him civilized. Yes or no? In India, see again, I hope you are following so far. In India, we have a process called as reformative justice. Reformative justice. What is reformative? Change. You have done something wrong. X has done what? Wrong. Do I want to punish him? Yes. He should be punished. As per what? Law. As per Constitution. Okay. Then why should I punish him? So that I can change him and bring him back into the society. Yes or no? A pickpocketer is there. Do I want to cut his hands? I want to throw him in jail. Can I throw him in jail? Yes. He has violated a law. I should throw him in the jail. What should happen in the jail? He should be reformed so that he will become a productive asset to the society. But what happens in jail? He becomes a better pickpocketer. He learns new skills. Yes or no? Jails are like training centers for criminals. Then we don't get reformative justice, we get retributive justice. He will become vengeful. Arey, you throwed me in jail. I will show you. I will steal 2 purses now. Because I am more skilled now. Okay, this is not what we want. We want him to be educated. We want him to become an auto driver or a graduate, probably a lawyer. He should become better in the life. Got my point? So this is a summary. What are the keywords I have used? Reformative justice. From the starting of the article, only one word. What about we? Then morals. Only 3 words. Dystopia. Dystopia is okay. There should be a respect for rule of law. Rule of law is paramount. Okay. If it's me, Prime Minister Modi, or someone, no matter who violates the rule of law, he should be punished. No person is above or beyond the law. Unfortunately, in India, there is a person called as Salman Khan. Okay. So even Supreme Court doesn't know who drove his car and who killed whom. Okay. Somebody came under his car, somebody died. Okay. Salman Khan did not drive that car. Salman Khan's driver did not drive that car. Nobody drove that car, but somebody got killed. Okay, so that is a suspense thriller. So Supreme Court even couldn't solve that problem. So except for him, rule of law applies to everyone else. Okay, so yeah, clear. So don't go into Hindu-Muslim debate and all those things. The simple debate is anybody does bad things, he should be punished according to law. If you are incapable of punishing, then the law should be changed or you should get better, not blame the other side. Okay? Yes. We'll come back to the Aditya article. Okay. We can also discuss one more PM article first. I think there was a lengthy article. No. Yes, today's paper, I guess, no? We'll first wrap up small article. We'll go to Aditya. Anyhow, you have read Aditya. So what about this article? Anyone read? No? Why? Not important. You read? CBDCs can make payment across the borders efficient. First of all, what is CBDC? How many of you know? No clue? Okay. Central bank digital currency. That is a prelims question of its own. Okay, what is CBDC? Central bank digital currency. That is a currency launched by the Central Bank of India, that is RBI. Okay, RBI has launched something called as Central Bank Digital Currency. Okay, so those who don't know, it is a blockchain based currency. It is a blockchain based currency. What is blockchain? Engineers, raise your hand. Yes. What is blockchain? A kind of security system. Okay. In cloud based storage. Okay. So if I store it offline, it's not blockchain then.
The medium of blockchain is to provide good security.
How does it provide better security? Engineers, only engineers, others okay. Proud engineering. Which college? Okay. Engineer? Yes. What is blockchain? You know blockchain. You have heard about it. Yes, good. What is it? Engineering? Yes. You are not from IT sector. But everybody goes to Amirpet in the end, no? Yes. What is blockchain technology? So again, especially for engineering students, if you don't know, you should at least try to know what is blockchain technology so that you can explain it to others. Those who are not from engineering background, blockchain technology is a digital ledger. It's a digital ledger where everything is recorded so that nobody can tamper with it. It will take 1 hour to just explain what is blockchain, but simply remember it like this. It's like an accounting book. It's like a accounts book. Okay, but the thing is, everybody can see the accounts book. So if one person has to change it, everybody has to update their books. So it's a ledger based system, and the beautiful part about it is it cannot be tampered with the existing technology. With the existing technology in the world, it cannot be tampered. Maybe in future when quantum computing becomes extraordinarily well, probably all the encryptions will become useless. So that is a different discussion, but presently CBDC means very safety. Okay, especially here Mr. Das, the RBI governor, is talking about cross-border remittances. So if I have to send money from America to India, I have to pay something called as conversion cost. Conversion cost is very high and it's inefficient because it will take a lot of time for money to come from different routes, Western Union, transfer, debit, credit, like SWIFT mechanisms and so on and so forth. But if blockchain technologies are used, I will send money, you will receive the money in a kind of efficient fashion with low transaction cost. Okay, that is what he is talking about. So CBDC will promote what? Cross-border payment system. CBDC will promote what? Cross-border payment system. Why this is important is India is the largest remittance receiver in the world. India is the largest remittance receiver in the world. What is remittance? People of India sending money back to India. That is called as remittance. Around $90 billion to $100 billion comes to India. Okay, $1 billion is equal to how many crores? $1 billion is equal to how many crores in India? CSAT question again. 8,000 crores. $1 billion is equal to roughly 8,000 crores. Now you can understand $100 billion is equal to how many crores? CSAT. 8 crores. 8 lakh crores. Now you can understand the conversion rate for 8 lakh crores is very costly or cheap? Very costly. Yes. So not everything comes to CBDC. That is an exaggerated amount, but you can simply understand, no? If it becomes easy, more people will start using it. It's more safe. India will also have more cross-border payment systems. We don't have to convert everything into dollars. Okay, so like this there are some advantages. So tomorrow's homework is what is blockchain technology. There are very famous YouTube videos, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, you can watch any one video and understand what is blockchain technology. Okay, because blockchain is not only about money, blockchain is everywhere. Blockchain is everywhere, from land records to health records. Everything is nowadays being registered in blockchains. So for you to understand that, you need to understand how a blockchain works. Clear? Okay, so especially engineers, I will emphasize on you so that tomorrow you will tell in the class what is blockchain technology. Clear? Yes. Have you ever heard about CBDC before coming to UPSC? No. Bitcoin is the most famous example, right? Cryptocurrencies. All cryptocurrencies are based on blockchain technology. So the world came to know, or simply put, Bitcoin made blockchain popular, not the other way around. Okay, people got crazy to that money, cheap money, easy money, Bitcoin and all these things. But actually what Satoshi Nakamoto wanted to promote was blockchain technology. Who is that person I just said? He is an anonymous person. He is the person who created this cryptocurrency called as Bitcoin. Yes, so remember, all these terms are very important. One day you will come to know all these things, you will remember them, you will also use it in the prelims examination. So because they are beginner classes, I am trying to slowly promote what is the importance of keywords. Okay, do you see any other keyword in this page now? There are so many keywords, but any specific keywords that attracts your mind? What are gig jobs?
Contact based.
There is an entire economy called as gig economy. What is gig economy? We are talking about this. This is called as gig economy, right? So how many of you have recently ordered something from Swiggy? Almost, most? No? In the last 1 month? At least once? No? Did you see a 2 rupees extra in your payment bill? The 2 rupees is for what? GST. GST. Platform cost. The 2 rupees is platform cost. So gig workers are also sometimes referred to as platform workers. Okay, gig economy is also known as platform economy. Platform workers. So gig is macro. Within that, platform workers is one kind. Gig is a term which comes from English drama. Okay, dramas. While you are doing dramas, what happens? One character will die. He will go backstage. He will put a beard and come back as father again. Yes or no? So you play different roles in the same set. So in the same way, in one day you will do different jobs. To morning you are a Uber driver. Afternoon you will work for Ola. In the evening you will deliver Swiggy food. In the night you will also teach guitar. Yes, you can do all these things, no, in one day. So then you are doing 4 different gigs. That is why you are called as gig worker. Okay, they are also called as platform workers. So now everything is outsourced to others. Okay, gig workers will only increase. Increase or decrease? Increase. See, 4 years ago, if there was no 4G, there was no Uber. If there is no Uber, there is no gig economy. Yes or no? Swiggy, before 2016, what was there for food delivery? Nothing. Yes or no? So Swiggy and app came and created market economy. Now 5G technology is increasing. More 5G means everything outsourced. Yes or no? A cook will come. He will cook and go away. Birthday parties, cakes outsourced. Everything outsourced. From barber to plumber, everybody is outsourced. So all these are what? Gig economies. Right? So like this, every word have its own purpose. In GS paper 3 economy classes, they will ask, do gig workers have social security net? Do gig workers have social safety net? That means, will they get pension? Should they get pension? You are working for Swiggy, while you are going for delivery, accident happened. Who is to be blamed? Should Swiggy pay for your accident? Insurance will be provided?
It is being not in Swiggy but in Rapid and Uber.
Every company should provide, because I am working for you in those 2 hours. It is your responsibility to take care of me. So these are the problems of gig economy. Like this, the topic will build slowly. Okay. Just yesterday or day before yesterday, I was discussing about malnourishment. Yes. Have you seen today's paper? No. What is there in today's paper? I think I haven't. There is an entire editorial dedicated to how a IAS officer is using steps to remove malnourishment. Just 2 days ago I said such articles will come. Today there is an article which is a case study. So that is the beauty of reading newspapers. If you know what is malnourishment and stunting, today's article will make more sense to you. So just like this, today you read about gig economy. So next time when there is an article about gig economy, at least you have a basic idea of what is a gig economy. Aditya L1 will land or something will happen. Land in the sense, I mean, it will go to the Lagrange point and settle, start sending photos. You'll at least know where it is. Yes? Is it closer to Earth or Sun? L1. It's closer to Earth? Any distance idea? 1.5 billion. Million. What million? 1.5 million kilometers away from the Earth or away from the Earth? That is where Lagrange point is. Anything else is there? Lagrange point, L1, Anyone else? Any other space station? It's all in the article. Go home, go see that article again. Yes or no? Yes. Which is like, why is sun hotter in the corona? Any idea? Just an assumption. Not true. We don't know. Okay. What are solar flares? Sudden burst of radiation from the sun. Why should we be bothered about it? Say, I'm not asking questions out of my whims and fancies. I'm purely asking questions from that particular article only. This article. For the 10th time. This is a prelims question. What is space weather? Okay. Then they have also given other dimensions, like what happens. Our satellites will be affected. Yes. What is mass ejection, right? Will the GPS be disrupted because of solar flares? Everything is in the article. The thing is, a UPSC question setter will pick up lines. They will make statement 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So suddenly you will think, where did all this come from? I have never seen them in newspapers. Yes or no? They are in the newspapers. It's your responsibility. I ask you to read one article properly. Which article? Aditya L1, its functions and purposes. This article has everything you need to know about the basics of Aditya L1 mission. So it's your responsibility to go home and read it again carefully. Tomorrow I will ask questions again. Probably not Lagrange point, something else. Got it? Yes. Are you able to keep up with the keywords? Do you remember what we have discussed in day 1? Day 1 is day 1. Day 3 is day 3. Do you remember keywords? Yes. Any one keyword from day 1? Global South. Yes. How many of you remember Global South? Very nice. Yes. What is Global South? You forgot Global South. I told you. 3 days later you will forget Global South. Yes. What is Global South? You know. Yes. Kontu దగ్గర ఉంది. Poor and developing nations are Global South. India is voice of Global South. We have discussed this, right? So like this you will start connecting all the dots one day and it will make a full picture. Yes. Again, as I said, just don't say, sir, I am not able to discuss every article in 1 hour, right? At the same time, you are a beginner. I can discuss hours together on one topic. The problem is you need to get the hang of reading newspapers. So do read newspapers on your own. Whatever I am covering, not covering, we will cover one day. But you should read every day. At least which pages? Editorial and opinion pages. Yes. And second thing, I encourage you to come to the class every single day, not for my sake, but for continuity sake. If you come to the class every day, what happens is there is some kind of continuity. Compounding of knowledge will happen. Quicker you will learn the things. In 3 months you will know how to read a newspaper properly. Okay. And if you inject knowledge every day slowly, that will accumulate very nicely. And when you start writing answers or solve prelims questions, you will remember all these things. But if there is a gap between your learning and testing, you will probably forget it. Got my point? Yes. So I encourage you to write running notes while the class is going on, so that next time when I say keyword, at least you can go back and see RSR has mentioned this. It's your responsibility to remember. Clear? Any questions so far? Am I going fast, slow? See, that is a formality question. That is what? A formality question. I have to act like I care about your opinion, and you will also see, I know I am going in the right pace. Why? Experience is one thing. Second thing is, if I go too fast, you will forget. So beginning it will be like this only. Slowly I will inject all the keywords. Once you start, next time 10 days down the line you will know. Kalyan Sir will ask this line only. Or if I say what is takeaway, you will pinpointedly say, sir, this is takeaway. Then you and I are in same frequency. till then it will sound like a difficult thing. It's like Ayurveda. In the starting it will taste sour. Slowly it will start tasting good. Okay. Yes. If you don't have any questions, I will end the session here. Right. Thank you all.